Hi, this is the Hand Network. It is about 11 at night, and I got a wild hair to do some baking. This happens sometimes, not very often, but I was meeting a neighbor, and I moved across the street, and I was going to bake them a cake this summer, because I do love baking on occasion, and I had a pan that they had given me so graciously because they made up the world's most awesome vegetable chili that I have ever had in my entire life, and I wanted to tell them I appreciated it by baking them a cake in the pan and giving it back to them. But you know, it's been like literally 2.5 months and I haven't done that yet. And I was like, Anna, tomorrow you are taking the cake to these wonderful people who made you an awesome chili. So, with that in mind, I grabbed a cake mix, and yeah, I do use cake mixes, and yeah, I know I can make my own, I truly do, and sometimes I do that. I mean, I spent a lot of my life making up cakes from scratch, but this is not that night. So I made up a white cake mix, I infused it with ginger spice, and then I also put in a bit of almond flavoring. I'm going to use these amazing organic pears, ta-da, special ordered, and I'm going to put them in layers in this pan, which the neighbors were so kind to let me borrow. And so I will come back with that layering process. With that on out. Bye. Okay, these are our first part of the batter. Had to grease the pan, forgot, and had to start over. So anyway, I just sprayed a little cooking oil in there. I'm poking these down so that they're not visible and they get covered up by the batter. I'm going to put a tiny bit more cake batter on top of this and then layer another batch of pears. After I cover this all with some pumpkin pie spice, just to add flavor to the pears and to make it have that little bit of swirl in the cake batter. So with that on out. Okay, we have our cinnamon. We're just gonna swirl it. And yeah, I have a lot of chopsticks, so that's what I'm using to do my little swirl pattern, so that when you cut into it, it looks really cool. Okay, now we're going to see if we can do this one-handed. How do we do this? Okay, we're just going to put ever so little more batter on top. I don't worry about the pan or the stove because I can wipe everything off. And my kitchen is usually extremely fastidiously clean. So again, this is just not something I even really concern myself about because I'm like, I will always clean it up. So that is the top. Another pear. I'm going to get another can of pears and just place them on the top and do the same thing with a little bit of cinnamon or pumpkin pie spice on the top of that. This is our final batter. I'm sorry, thumb got in the way for a minute. This is our final batter. With this, I know it's going to totally come over the top, but it's going to be a rustic cake, and so I'm okay with that. I'm just going to tint it as it progresses. And then I'm not frosting or anything. I'm just taking it over with a little, I don't know what they call them, but those little wonderful cover-ups that you can buy online that you cover it and it has a little elastic band there, which is way more than plastic wrap for circular containers, just saying. And then this will just be a delightful little cake. Honestly, it took me literally about 10 minutes to make this up, and it's going to be delicious, and I'm going to have enough left over that I can take another little piece of cake to a friend I'm visiting this weekend and can just give them a little bit of cake as well. They can have their cake and eat it too. And with that, on and out. Check it. Bye!